Hey, hello everybody. We're here at Bobby's Hobbies. Well, we've been kind of busy and we've run into some snags with the train. And I'll tell you a little bit about it. It turns out that when you want to make really precise parts, you need really precise tools. And you can't just fudge something that needs to be as precise as a side rod. So these happen to be some Bowser side rods. But when I cut the holes for the wheelbase, I probably was following some kind of prototypical dimensions that I scaled down instead of just saying, hey, let me make it fit the things I already had. So to make these, I'm going to need a milling machine in the proper metal, or I can make it out of a cheap substitute that won't work as well. Now, I recently just got this little mini drill press. Now, a milling machine, very similar to a drill press, except that it has a very like a complex vise that moves in an X and a Y, and then the drill press is the Z axis, but it's got precise measurements. But I got to play around with the drill press, remember how to use that. I had that as a kid. Well, it was my dad's. It was a lot bigger. In fact, my brother gave it to this friend of his. I may try to get it back. But anyway, I was trying to make, like this one's out of aluminum. It looks like crap. And the holes are a little off. So it turns out the first methodology I had of just doing the tracing paper might be the best. Again, because I don't have the precise measurement tools. If you have precise measurement tools, you can do all sorts of things. Now, I am getting, I have them here, some micrometer. My dad was a tool and die guy, so he's probably laughing at me from heaven, considering that he made incredible tools. But maybe he's urging me on. Now, I've gotten some cheapo tools like these. Let's see, what is this over here? It might have some validity. See, here's I think that's a micrometer. I'm not sure. But I'm going to have to use some of these things and really get good at it if I want to make precise cuts in metal. I also noticed there was another flaw that I'm fixing, which if you look in here, well, these they do spin nice and they're not wobbly anymore. Why is that? Because I made these out of aluminum, and now it fits in, takes up a little space, is a little wobble, that's okay, but it's not, it used to be dramatic. See? And for this, I made these. And these little U-shaped pieces fit in there. Now this is more stable. And you need it to be stable. Why? Well, if you're going to have side rods and things, you got to have some notion that it's, how the heck did I put these on? I guess this can go either way. Let's see if this still works. This is my own crazy invention. I guess I could do it each way, but it doesn't really matter. I'm not going to lock it in because I'm sure there's going to be some refinements. It looks like there's a little resistance here. See that? So these are pretty, this is really good. Because now those metal U's are keeping the wires, pushing the wires up. So there's no resistance. But in this one, there's resistance against the gear. So Gonna have to try to bend that out a little bit. Yeah, it's really tight. You don't really want that. Why is it tight? Is it tight because of the wire? Or is it tight because of these? Could be both. And then I got to put some lube in there. But that's where we're going with this. And I am going to do the measurement this time, though, based on the center wheels. I just want this thing to stay in. It's not that easy. I guess I could do it this way. What I'm trying to do, see how this is there? That's bad. They've got to all be at the same level if I'm going to do a trace. Right? I guess I could do that. See, and this one's off then. All these little doohickeys there can screw it up. Oh, see, look at that now. How do they still go so low and this does not? Yeah, it's definitely the wires are touching on this. All right, but I'm going to do that off camera because that's going to be an ugly job. And I shall return.